It happened on a Tuesday, slow, greasy, uneventful, the kind of day where the hum of a KFC feels like background music for life just happening. Me and my little brother, Leo, we had this tradition corner booth by the window, crispy fries, root beer, and silence. Sacred kind of quiet. He's 14, born with a nerve condition that makes his hands shake like leaves in wind. But he never complained, never once asked the world to bend for him. He just wanted to carry his own tray, wear his favorite denim jacket with that tiny flag pin on the collar, and sit like any other kid. And that day, he almost made it. The tray trembled in his hands, but he smiled at me, proud, like he was conquering a mountain. Then she walked in, white heels clicking like gunshots, lips pursed so tight they looked stitched shut, hair bleached into some platinum helmet. She looked at my brother like he was something sticky on her shoe, and she didn't whisper. Oh no, she made sure we all heard. Filthy little invalids shouldn't be in public, she snapped, voice sharp enough to cut glass. I stood up, my fists clenched on their own. But Leo, he just kept holding that tray like it was holding him together. Then she did it. She kicked him, just like that, right in the shin. And when he collapsed, his tray crashed down, fries flying like yellow confetti, root beer exploding across the tiles. His head smacked the floor with a sound that still makes my stomach twist. And you know what she said? Maybe now he'll learn not to embarrass himself in public. I snapped. Table went flying. People gasped. But I didn't hear a thing. My eyes were locked on her as she grabbed my brother by the hair, lifting his face like a trophy. What kind of family lets trash like this eat in public, she spat. I didn't think. I moved. Grabbed the first thing I saw. A cold, unopened can of Coke. It felt right, heavy, solid. I told her, back the way. She laughed, so I swung. The can crushed against her forehead loud and final. Her feet left the ground. Root beer and blood mixed beneath her. She staggered, dropped Leo, then collapsed in a mess of white fabric and red stains. You'd think that was the end. It wasn't. Because Karen, yeah, I'm calling her that, pulled a knife. You think you can touch me and walk away, she hissed, dragging herself upright, blade shaking in her hand. I blocked the first lunge with a tray, second one, or two, third time. I twisted her wrist and slammed her back into the fryer station. Oil splashed. She screamed, not just in pain, but in rage, because she'd lost, not to me, to the truth. Then came the twist. A man stood up, old, worn army vet cap on his head, tears in his eyes. You did what we all wish we could do, he said. Applause broke out, not loud, but real. And cameras, so many phones were recording. Every word, every hit, every second. She tried to flip the script, of course. You assaulted me, I'm on the HOA board. You're nothing, she screeched. And then, just like a movie someone new entered, a man in plain clothes, quiet but commanding. Who started this, he asked. People handed him phones. He watched. All of it. Then looked her dead in the eyes and said, Congratulations, you just earned a felony for aggravated assault on a disabled minor. Karen's face cracked. Not from the Coke can, but from realizing power doesn't protect cruelty. She whimpered something about lawsuits, about owning half the plaza, about being untouchable. And then silence. The manager locked the doors. The crowd circled. The agent turned to me and said, Take your brother and go. You're done here. She's not. And we walked out. No apologies. No regrets. Just Leo, still dizzy but upright, and me more shaken than I showed. 1 week later, We came back. Same table, same fries. Different drink. Leo said he's cutting sugar. Good luck with that. The manager welcomed us like heroes. As we sat, a stranger walked by and whispered, "Justice." Karen, 3 felonies, kicked off her HOA throne, and replaced by a woman in a wheelchair with a law degree. Poetic. But let me ask you something. Was it justice? Or just survival dressed up in fury? Drop your thoughts in the comments. What would you have done if that was your sibling on the ground? Was I right or just lucky I hit harder? You decide.